So how stressed are you these days? Ever wanted to just come home to your own personal spa and relax? Well, we're at Arctic Spas in Duncan, and we're going to find out how you can do exactly that. Hey, John, great to meet you.
Nice
Love
to meet you.
the store.
Thank you.
So you were one of the founders of Arctic Spas.
That's correct, yes, in Edmonton.
And that was back in '94.
Yes, Thorsby, Alberta, actually, just outside of Edmonton, a small community.
And you were telling me the big thing, of course, is in our Canadian climate, right? With all the temperature variations, you guys have designed this brilliant, completely, self-enclosed hot tub.
Yes, so obviously it costs more to run spas in cold places, so we had to engineer and design the product for a cold environment. Biggest difference is the way that we insulate it. Most companies put the insulation on the shell, and the equipment is outside of the insulated area. The difference is that much like your home, we put the insulation on the walls, on the forever floor. That's a sealed floor under there.
Because you were telling me otherwise, this would all be foam.
Yes.
And you wouldn't be able to access it if you needed to fix something.
Yeah, this would all be buried underneath foam.
It's
There's
just
8
brilliant.
access doors around the spa.
Yeah, all of these
And
are-
we even color code the hoses and fittings so that when someone's trying to describe to us over the phone, we can tell what they're talking about.
And we should talk about that because that's one thing you do. You guys, service all kinds of spas.
Every brand, yeah. We've been in this industry for a long time, and if you buy a good spa, it's going to be around a while, but like anything, you're going to have to fix it from time to time, and the easier it is to get to things, the easier it is to fix it.
And we should talk about your forever floor because that means you don't need a concrete pad with an Arctic Spa.
Correct. Again, easy is part of our goal here. So a lot of people, especially in cold places, you can't pour concrete all the time, or you might not have a deck. This actually allowed us to just set it in the snow until spring, and then when your deck's ready, we could move it. So yeah, it's a solid fiberglass base. It's like having your concrete pad built into the spa. And then we don't put any insulation on the shell. As we just said, this would normally be filled up with foam. With us, it's perimeter insulation. So all of the outside walls, including the floor, is fully insulated. And we don't put the insulation on the shell. So that means the shell has to be thicker because you can't use the foam to support it. But it also means that all of this stuff is easily accessible if we ever need to service it in any way.
And it's also generating heat that warms the water, right?
That's right. Well, we put the pumps inside the insulated area, kind of like parking your car inside of the garage instead of leaving it outside. And all motors or engines produce heat as part of their job. We capture that heat, and fiberglass is glass, so it allows the heat to transfer from the cabinet into the water.
John, this is all so fascinating, and we are going to come back and learn something even more amazing, which is Spaboy.
Spaboy
We
is
haven't even talked about Spaboy. You're going to love this, so hang on. We are back at Arctic Spas with John. We had a fascinating chat all about the design and everything, but now we are talking Spaboy. John, tell the viewers what that is.
Well, it's the newest technology for spa care. Basically, it automates what people used to have to do. There's no test strips or anything like that. It actually has a medical grade sensor which tests the water for you, and you can see from the electrode over there that's kind of smoking, it's actually generating the sanitizer right in the water for you. So that you don't have to, and it adjusts when you use it more and you need more. It adjusts for you, and you can see all of this on your smartphone. It'll show you that your spa is safe to use, and you can see from the water it's crystal clear. But the biggest thing is the lack of chemicals in the water.
That is huge.
You're literally sitting in saline.
Yeah, no more chemicals, because also that is a lot of work, right? You have to be constantly testing your water, checking the chemicals. You don't have to do any of that?
No more taking your water test samples in and getting a list of things and a bag of chemicals to take home. You do not have to do that anymore. And you don't have to drain the water as often either, because we're not constantly adding stuff into it. You can use the same water for up to 2 years, which is nice. And it's crystal clear water, no chemical feeling. You don't have to get out and have a shower. It's the easiest way to look after a spa.
And the other really important thing with Arctic Spas, as we saw earlier, the removable panels.
Yes.
If someone had a spa but didn't have Spaboy technology, you can put that in,
We
right?
go right in, and we can get right in underneath there. We can add a Spaboy. It just takes us about an hour to add that in there. So we can add it at any time. And if we actually come up with, what if there's Spaboy 2 or some other new technology, we can add anything to any of our spas at any time. So it is simple.
It's really a brilliant design. Now, let's tell everyone how to find you. You've got 3 locations.
Yes, we have Parksville, and we have a brand new grand opening store in Victoria. And of course, this is our first store in Duncan. Yeah,
And you've got water in some of your spas, so you can actually...
Yeah, we want you to come and try this because sitting in saltwater spas is like going to a health spa and sitting in a mineral bath. It's a great experience. So the easiest way to tell whether or not you're going to love this is come in and try it. All the showrooms have wet test areas. You can come in, book your time, and that's not a bad way to shop, really.
And let's talk about your customers, because you've told me the feedback you get is amazing.
Well, nowadays, honestly, no one really cares what we say. They want to know what our customers think. So those positive reviews on Google and Facebook and wherever else they put them are extremely important. So that is our goal, is to get your 5-star review and make sure that you're happy with it. The key is ease. You know, we'll come in, we'll check the area that you're going to put the spa, we'll put it up, we'll hook the spa, we get the whole thing running for you, so that all you have to worry about is when can I get in.
And you service all spas, right?
Every brand, yeah, for sure. We know a lot about this industry. We've grown up in it, so yeah, we fix every brand. We've even added salt systems to other spas as well.
John, it has been so interesting. I have learned so much, and man, do I want to get in my bathing suit and
It's
get
time
into
for your
this
wet test.
spa.
Let's get you in there.
So, John, how can people get in touch with you?
They can go online. We're Arctic Spas Van Isle.
.com.
Check us out online. There's lots of videos and stuff there showing what we're doing.
John, it has been fascinating. Thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to get my suit on.
All right.
Oh, how tempting is that? Wouldn't you love to have your own personal spa? I am at Arctic Spas in Duncan, and we're going to find out how we can do exactly that. Oh. So, John, here we are in the Duncan showroom of Arctic Spas. I love that you actually can test out the spa.
Yeah, we want people to try the saltwater spa because it's quite a bit different feel. No chlorine smell or anything like that. Crystal clear water, automatically maintained. You can actually just boost it right now. You can just see it come on there smoking. So it's actually sanitizing the water for you so that you don't have to.
And we should explain this, because the thing is, this is new technology called Spaboy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, so I could control this with my app, or the computer can do it on its own. Basically, it tests the water for you so that you don't have to, and then when it needs some sanitizer, it generates it right in the water from the salt.
It's brilliant, and this is the thing about you guys, Arctic Spas. You've been around since '94, and you have really changed the industry, haven't you?
Yeah, we focus on technology that makes owning a spa easier. So whether it's a forever floor that you can, just set anywhere, or whether it's technology that looks after your spa for you so that you don't have to do anything other than use it, right?
Yeah. And we should talk about that. I mean, the forever floor means you no longer need a concrete pad.
Yes.
Your floor is built right into the base of every tub. And of course, you also have the removable panels so people can get access.
Access for servicing or upgrading. So let's say you didn't have Spaboy and you bought your spa 3 years ago. We can open up the panels and add it into your spa in about an hour.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Yes, we think so. The other thing that I think that's really important, though, is just the ease of it. Knowing that you are safe. You check your app, says okay, and jump in.
Yeah, and no longer using chemicals. That's really amazing.
Correct. The biggest thing people notice when they come into our showrooms, it doesn't smell like a swimming pool in here, and it's because there's very, very little chemical in the water at all. It's just salt. Sea salt from the Dead Sea. And look at the water. It's that beautiful blue, clear water, and it's always like this. The other thing that's nice is that because you're not always adding stuff to the spa, you don't have to worry about changing your water every 3 months. This can go 2 years before you have to change your water.
And that's huge, because we know we're in a dry environment here in
It's
Vancouver.
stage 1 water restrictions already. So yeah, this water will be good for 2 years, and it's as clean as you can get spa water. Really, it's a healthy environment to do your exercise or to just chill and
You also, of
relax.
course, have your headrests, right?
Yeah,
Everything is built, for various sizes of people.
But that's one of the things that we do. When you come into our showroom, we're trying to match the spa to the body types, what your needs are. If you have a therapy need, maybe you need more jets, maybe you just like to soak. You don't need that many jets at all. We can customize the product just for you and your family.
It's just brilliant. And really, the other amazing thing is you can have all this water and not heat it. And that one, John, just blew me away. And we're going to learn about that when we come back. So stay with us.
Free heat.
Oh, how inviting is that?
You ready to jump in?
I am so ready. We're back at Arctic Spas with John, and we were talking a little earlier about all the technology you have. But the big one is that this water is hot, but it is not heated, right?
Yes, correct. So we do have heaters for our spas so that when you're using them in the middle of winter, they'll work. But free heat, you can see there's the heater's been disconnected.
Crazy.
Right? The motors actually produce a lot of heat within inside the cabinet here. Right. So the heat that you feel coming out, making me hot right now, is the heat from the pump motors. And so heating inside the cabinet area, keep the insulation on the outside, the floor, underside here, and of course you have your lid on top. No insulation on the shell. That allows the heat from inside the cabinet to transfer through the fiberglass shell and heat up the spa water. It also works in reverse in cold environments. If the power went out or a breaker trip or something, shut it off. This is like a big hot water bottle. It'll radiate the heat inside here and keep anything from freezing.
Right.
Which is important in Alberta, maybe not so much on the island here, but still, this is the most efficient way because every bit of heat that's generated by the pump motors is a lot because most of the time you use the spa for a half hour a day. Well, for 23 and a half hours a day, it's covered. You have to filter your water anyway. So the pump's coming on for 8 hours by default every day out of 24 hours. And most of the time the spa is covered. It's only uncovered when you're not in it. So it's not losing that much heat. There's enough heat that's generated by the motors to actually heat the spa without a heater. Now we do have a heater, so if you're in cold weather and the lid's off, it's going to actually be able to heat up faster than any other spa on the market because each pump is a heater and we have that heater.
But if you think about it, we get power outages on Vancouver Island, right? And so you could still use your spa in a power?
Yeah, you wouldn't have jets, but you could certainly soak in there, and I've done it. It's a great feature. The other thing is as we've talked about before, I can see everything in here. If we need access, we can get in there to add Spaboy if you wanted. If we need to service anything, we can there's 8 access doors all the way around the spa.
All of these panels.
Yeah, they're all removable, so we can get in there and actually.
And that really is innovative because most spas, they're going to have this filled with foam, right? So the fact that this is all accessible, it just makes sense.
It really does make sense. Most spas you'll see vents on the side where they're actually venting the heat to the environment and then turning on an extra heater to heat it up. Well, in Alberta, where we build these, that just doesn't make sense. And most spas are made in California, so I get it. It's not as important to them, but to us, electricity isn't getting any cheaper. If we can recover any bit of heat and use it to heat the spa, that's what we're going to do. It's recycling.
And we should also talk about your customers and how happy they are, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's easy for our customers to be happy because it's easy for us to look after the spa. And we make the spas to look after themselves. So, we want to make sure that we do everything for the customer. We check the site where they're going to have it before they get it delivered.
And you can do this remotely on your iPhone, right?
Yeah, we can control every aspect of the spa from anywhere in the world.
The technology is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I like to play with my customer spas from time to time.
I'm sure you don't do that.
No, but we actually can remotely check the people's spas. So we actually monitor the spa as well to make sure that we often know if the spa has an error before the customer does.
John, it's absolutely amazing, and it's been so great to come in here to Arctic Spas. You've got the 3 locations, Parksville, Duncan, Victoria.
Yes.
How can people get more information?
They can go online. We're Arctic Spas Van Isle.
.com.
Check us out online. There's lots of videos and stuff there showing what we're doing, and
then come into the showroom because bring your bathing suit.
Try the spa.
Bring your bathing suit.
Are you going to get in?
Maybe.